Good morning. And I've
Good
scared the
morning.
cat.
Good
I'm
morning, Senor.
good
Uh,
morning, senor.
how is my video to you?
It looks good. You're in a closer to your connection, so it's sick.
Yeah, good.
It's flowing nice.
I wasn't sure how my backyard background would flow.
I think it looks good. It's
Okay,
better
good.
than my backyard, my side yard.
Well, I didn't want it to be too lit up. No, I was saying earlier that before you came on, I was playing the old band called America. Had a couple of good hits, and I was reminded
Definitely.
this morning they have a hit called the Tin Man,
Mm.
and it has lyrics of, from the Wizard of Oz.
Okay.
But the Dodgers re-signed Tin Man yesterday. I just saw it in the paper this morning, so I was excited.
Curious who you could be referring to because I don't know anyone who goes
Oh,
by that.
this is funny you mentioned that. I just been calling him the Tin Man so long. I just assumed the Dodgers
Who the
would
hell is that?
would figure out who the Tin Man was.
Oh,
Um, but
you came up with this nickname all on your own in the vacuum,
yeah,
and
I mean,
somehow you assume that the rest of us would just like do it too.
it was so automatic that I assumed everybody would just. Evan Phillips is glad to be back in Dodger Blue after 2 years of recovering from
Is he a
surgery.
pitcher?
He's a pitcher. He was our closer 3 years ago before we needed a closer. He was right after we lost the big black man.
Oh, Canley,
Yeah.
the big black man.
Or as commonly referred to by his friends, Big Black. But
I
anyhow,
I that might be true, so I'm not going to argue with you. Yeah.
but do you remember who Evan Phillips
Yeah,
was?
I'm Googling him now, and yeah, that face is familiar, but he also is very like forgettable, you know,
But
very
if you look closely, he bears resemblance to the Tin Man on The Wizard of Oz.
yeah, he just looks like because the Tin Man is like a generic looking guy,
Yeah,
and this guy kind of looks very generic looking. No offense, Evan. Um,
but
maybe if he has cool hair. Let's see what he's got under the hood.
I
What's he
don't think
got
there's
under the
any,
hat? Does he got a cool haircut? Nope.
but in his heyday, here's what's important. In his heyday, he had a little Mariano Rivera in him, in that Rivera had the ability. The reason why Rivera got so many guys out as a closer was that his ball did not start to move out of his hand. It didn't start to move until it was within 10 feet of the plate.
Yeah,
And
I
so if you,
heard you're showing some new pitcher who basically does the same thing, and for that very same reason.
and
At
he's badass
it
because
gets
you can't,
halfway, and then you're like, because it could be anything still, and it's not till halfway across to the home plate. It's already it's then it starts to move, and then you're like,
then it
oh,
starts to move and it's really, you're late to adjust.
for
So
sure. So
therefore,
you're
it's
playing rock paper
almost
scissors,
impossible to hit and it always kind of dives away. So you're always on top of the ball, just hitting it into the ground.
and then easy field, throw to first,
Yeah, usually. So
boring, quick, oh, quick three out.
but he did something to his shoulder and it took a while. And I just like, oh my goodness, if he comes back to something close to where he was when he was the closer, you don't need any other buddies. I mean, this dude can do it.
We're the evil empire, and we have not just like Yamamoto, but we got Yamamoto's coach who's like teaching him this like javelin type of pitch, which is like, leave it to the Japanese to do something like completely groundbreaking with a
I don't
pitch.
care if it's a new pitch. I just want to make sure it's unhittable.
Uh, I was watching a video on like the theory behind it, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm convinced. Um, I forget what bottom line is, yeah, the goal is unhittable pitches, and this this technique really helps out with that. So yeah, very exciting to see. I wonder if we'll get to go to some Dodger games this year. I'm trying to hopefully get to some cheap ones, go to right field at night or something, but
Yeah, we're
I don't
we're
know. It's
looking
just
at
nice to just watch at a bar too. I
it's
don't
so
need to go.
hard for us to get to Dodger Stadium. I mean, it
I
just
know
seems
it's a pilgrimage and
we're thinking about we're looking at tickets when Dodgers play Padres in San Diego.
uh
Or we might even go back and watch them with the play the Diamondbacks.
mhm.
I was as you know, I was in Arizona all week and I was sporting all my Dodger and Ram stuff.
That I did not
Um,
know.
yeah,
How did the locals take that?
well, I did get we were out at Fat Tuesday on Tuesday night, Fat
Woo!
Tuesday slash Tito's birthday. And
Happy birthday.
it's not till tomorrow, but
Oh,
we
you're right, it's not.
it's not till tomorrow. But we went to a place in the desert over there at Desert Ridge. Shoot, now I forget the name. But they had it all decked out like a Fat Tuesday, so it was fun.
Okay.
Um, anyhow, some dude walked by me. I was going to the restroom. He was walking out, and he goes, "The evil empire." He said that.
Yeah, I mean, but as we all know, we're the opposite. We're actually just the club that cares the most, and we spend the most money on our team. We have the biggest staff. You see things like that with the Brewers and what's another good team that we respect? The
Yeah,
Ta
Seattle.
Tampa Bay,
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
they they have huge staffs. They have, they're similar clubs to ours where we invest a lot in just the club and
And
training and we all know that there's a lot of owners that don't want to spend money and the real ball players know that and that's why you see guys like what's his face in Philadelphia, Bryce Harper's like, I think what the Dodgers are doing is fine. And if you're mad, then you're just being a little bitch because every other club can do this.
I would say
Why isn't your club doing this? Or why didn't they want to win earlier?
from the Bible, we would say envy. Okay, it's envy.
Well, yeah, because like taking money out of your own pocket that you were going to spend on something really cool for yourself, but instead you put it on, you know, the the stadium or roster personnel, it's like, oh, well, I didn't get to do that fun thing. But hey, it's look
One
at
could
this
say the
awesome
Dodgers are the epitome of the minimalist organization.
go into that. What do you mean?
Well, minimalist means you're only focused on what's important.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say we're minimalist in terms of like stuff because we got a lot of stuff. We got a great farm, a lot of personnel. So we're definitely not like minimalist in that sense, but you're right. We focus on, we want to win and we're doing all the things necessary to win, including getting the right people and the right training and attitude. I think that's the thing the Dodgers are the best at identifying. They find guys who really want to buy into the program and show he's a great example of that. He is such a just a good dude and it just radiates. Everybody just wants to be like just as sort of like carefree and not putting too much pressure on themselves. Just having fun, but taking it seriously but not too seriously. And we just have a
Or
great attitude. These are like all the types of athletes you would be happy to meet in real life.
meanwhile, the Angels said this morning in the paper that they're not going to show any preseason games, which is basically they don't want you to see how bad they're going to be.
Yeah, that really like Angels are such a disappointment. And, I think there's some people that are like kind of mad that Mike Trout has been there the whole time because they feel like a guy of his caliber should be on a winning team. but
Feel
you know,
sorry for him. I feel sorry for him. Hey, did
he's
you watch any of the slope side from the Olympics last night? They had the snowboarding slope side, which is like I guess it's like a giant slalom, but they're also doing their tricks. It was so,
what is a slalom?
well, you're kind of just going down the mountain. It's like the whole mountain. They probably covered 2 miles with
I
a
hate
bunch of jumps in the middle of it.
I hate that word. Slob?
Slalom.
I can't say it.
Well, I
Slob
can tell you this, that Schifrin won the gold medal.
must be a this must be a Inuit word.
It could be. It could
Um,
be an Inuit word.
Slalom. Hey,
It's probably,
I'm gonna name my firstborn Slalom.
I think it's probably, Finn because they invented
Origin.
the skiing world, the Finns.
All right. I have the origin of the word. Which country made it up?
Go for it.
No, you
The
have to get.
Finns.
You have to guess. The
Like
Finns?
Finns. Yeah.
Close. The Wegians. The
Oh, I'm sorry,
Nor
Norwegian.
the Norwegian, as it's pronounced. Norwegian.
They were the first, and it goes way back. I actually did a toast at a wedding one time, and the couple that got married were both avid skiers.
How
And
far
I mentioned,
back? How far
well,
back does it go?
it's like 1400s or something like that. What is it?
Looks like 1930.
Well, they
1920s is when the word, according to this little Google chart,
well,
it,
I'm
it
going to
really
tell you
picked
that
it really picked up.
The Norwegians in a war, they were the first. They had one of their cavalry was on skis, and they went over the top of a mountain and came down behind the bad guys, and then they had them, and it was over quickly.
I heard about that. I thought that was the Swedes, but it was the
Nor-
Norge,
yeah, the Norgese.
the Norgese,
Yeah,
who who invented
skiing
skis
warfare.
to do warfare. Yeah, that's there
Yeah,
you go.
who invented skiing warfare? It's the Norgese.
We're both right.
What year was it?
The Scandies, really. Earliest recorded military use occurred around 1200 during the Norwegian Civil War.
There you go.
They fought each other on skis. That's like hilarious.
Well,
The
no,
great ski battle.
one guy used them and the other guy didn't.
We'll fight them on the slalom, on the double black diamonds, on the blue squares. We will take them into the cabins. We will take
Well,
their cocoa. You can't take
Schifrin
these
on her.
people seriously.
You got to see Schifrin's first run. I haven't seen it. I just read about it. But her first run was
Who's
this. I
Chiffron?
like what she said. She says the slalom is a dance, and the mountain is the lead, and I have to follow. And sometimes I get it just right.
Damn, and
Oh,
she sometimes she disrespects the lead
yeah.
and the mountain has to like
Well, she steps on her partner's foot and goes flying.
yeah, you can't when you're dancing with the mountain, don't step on its toe. That's something they always say.
Can I tell you another little tidbit? I forgot to tell you about this. So we're
Ugh,
watching.
don't say
This is
that word to me.
Olympics tidbit. We're
Yeah, I
we're
just had to apparently it's a thing at a tidbit is like it's like a display, it's like an LED display that you can program to make cute little scenes. And we
oh,
were looking for that at work the other day because someone's was like screwing with the Wi-Fi. And I was like,
uh,
I've never heard of this thing before.
anyhow. That is we were watching the Olympics first night. America's playing. Who were they playing? Who were they playing? I think the Czechs in hockey. And
Mm,
no, not the. Oh, Latvia. And they showed the
the
bench. So
sneaky
they
lats.
showed all the dudes, and then behind them there was four coaches all in suits. And I told Mary, I said, "See the dude right there, second from the left? We've met that guy before." And then she goes, "We never met him." And I
What?
said, "That's Mike Sullivan." So when we lived in Greyhawk, Right across the street, two houses down to the right, like next to Eric's house, there was a family. Mike Sullivan was a hockey player on the Coyotes at the time. And I said, don't you remember this guy? We were at a backyard barbecue, and there's a dude sitting out there in shorts with the gnarliest legs. They look like oak trees, both legs. And I was just looking at this dude, and I walk up, I said, dude, I hate to, what the hell? How did you get legs that studly?
Part
And he
part
said,
Here, like, pardon me, sir,
he
but
said,
I reckon those legs of yours are looking pretty studly.
how do I get, I think I said, how do I get legs like that? And he goes, well, you'd had to start on skates at 4 years old. So he was telling me where he was from, and he was on the Coyotes, and I didn't never heard of him, but he was an all-star. He became a coach. He was a general manager. Now he's the coach of the Rangers, and whoever the Olympic coach was picked him as an assistant. So there he was, Mike freaking Sullivan. There he is.
I
There's
just
some,
like those old Coyotes jerseys. No one else has as cool or as unique with the old Coyote logo.
yeah, it's
Always a
very
big
cool.
fan of that, and it's a little Native American inspired for sure. You can see it. You can see
Yeah, the
it.
colors. Yeah,
Yeah, like some of the symbols on there. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Hope the Coyotes are still doing something.
viable. I don't think they're viable. I don't. I haven't heard anything positive from those
I
boys.
haven't either, honestly. And hockey, as we all know, is not really the sport we cover. Not because we don't like it. It's just I don't know. Why don't you follow hockey?
Uh, I just find hockey, I mean, obviously with HD TV, it's easier to watch a game now, but it's really fun to watch in person. But TV, it just doesn't do it.
I feel the exact same way, and I
Yeah.
I always have a hard time watching the puck. But if I ever go to a real game, I'm like, this is so much fun, and I'm like, ah,
Do you
rip his head off.
you know Zach and Michelle, right?
Yeah,
And do you remember their Zach's kid named Davy?
yeah,
Remember Davy? He was playing over the weekend while we were there. He was playing in a President's Day hockey tournament. Evidently, he's a skater, man.
nice.
So, and he's a big fella, just like his
He
Bigfoot
is. Well,
father.
he wasn't big when I met him, but he's
But
big
but
now.
he was big for as a little kid.
He's
But
taking form.
anyhow, his team they go by the Golden Knights and they play out of Gilbert. They were playing in this North Phoenix uh, arena, and they played Dallas in the finals. Evidently, a really good Dallas team, and they beat them 4-1. And Zach scored the third goal. Not Zach, Davey scored the third goal.
Hmm.
But he's a defenseman, and evidently, he's got if he gets half of his mom's size and a quarter of his dad's size, he's gonna be freaking the Jolly Green Giant.
And I think this is a great opportunity to say I haven't seen any big men in hockey.
Really.
Where are the linemen?
Um,
I mean,
there,
there's big guys, but I mean, I want the O line out there.
yeah, I wish I could.
Where are those guys? Where are the Bartolo Colognes of
I,
hockey?
I wish I could remember the guy's name. He was barefoot. The dude was 6'5", but on skates he was 6'7" and about 260. I'm trying to think of the guy who played for the Red Wings, and I used to just marvel at this guy. I have to look him up. Daggone it, but
I'm this has made me go down a fat pitcher's curiosity, and I'm on an article called it's on Bleacher Report called it's titled "Tipping the Scales." Top 10 most out of shape baseball players. Because there's another guy that I want to mention that I'm sure you know about that I only just learned about. Um, is it this guy? No. CC Sabathia. That's a good one.
Oh well, he was a fat guy a long time ago.
Prince Fielder.
Again, another fat guy a long time ago. They were fat on the ice.
And this guy, Pablo Sandoval, I think didn't he go by Panda? Yeah, they called him Panda back on the Giants.
Yeah, there's always been some guys that were gigantic, but they were, chub,
Yeah,
mostly
and
chub.
and he just but the thing is like it's not like there isn't there's at least in basketball, there's a fat guy getting out there on every one on every five college teams. You'll see like a big guy. Maybe one of 10. But there are no big hockey players, and I guess that's just a testament to the sport. What are you reading?
Oh, I was just trying to find that dude that I saw. I remember going to a game one time and I was walking down, the little spot where the guys enter the arena. I was walking by and this guy, it was at a Kings game. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was gigantic. And I just never seen a man that big. And of course, in that outfit, you're even bigger.
I ain't never seen a man that big.
And on
Oh Lord.
skates you're even bigger. But
Yeah,
evidently,
shit.
Davey can back ski, and he's a defensive player, but he also is goal scorer. But they were talking about some little kid on a team that can just skate blind. His dad was a semi-pro player, but never made it to the bigs. But I mean, Jared was telling us the guy's just, and then boom, it's in the goal.
Damn.
So
Well, I guess this is that's a kid that learns at 4,
yeah,
versus the rest of us that learn at 10 or 12 or whatever. I don't know. I
or
definitely was
don't
a late bloomer to sports
or
myself, so
or never learn because I remember the hockey game. I was telling everybody at dinner the other night the broomstick hockey game you guys played with Nick and his brothers that time in Chicago, where Nick, I mean, even his friends that he went played college hockey with were scared to death of him. He was
I'm
checking everybody, man.
I'm permanently disfigured from that game. My knee
So
is
is
my knee is still not the same. It's
so
crazy.
is Benny, man. I just remember he basically chased everybody off the ice.
I thought I was doing pretty good, but then I tried to stop that one ball and my instincts like took over and I tried to make a move that was too athletic for me at the time. Oh man.
I still remember that. I thought, oh my God, I'm not getting in this game because somebody's got to be able to call the ambulance.
Right. I'm just glad no serious injuries happened. Whew.
That was
Because
fun.
ice sucks.
You know what it is, and it's twice as hard as concrete. It's
For
unbelievable.
real?
I don't know if it's
Whew.
twice as hard, but
You said
to
it
freeze it,
confidently.
the density of it, it's 8 inches, I think, of solid
Well,
ice.
there's degrees of ice. I'm sure if we had a Eskimo, we could ask like, okay, I'm sure there's a different word for like super hard ice that's permafrost and ice that I could like, chew with my mouth,
Yeah,
because they have 80 words for snow and ice.
no, the one they build their house out of versus the one that stuck in a cocktail is pretty different.
Yeah, exactly. So, and maybe the permafrost ice is concrete hard. I could see that. But yeah.
Well, it's funny now. I love to name drop on these, but I went to high school with the grandchildren of the guy that invented the Zamboni machine.
Mm.
And they owned in our town the Paramount ice skating rink, but the grandfather was an electrician. He's the guy who figured out the Zamboni. They had the first Zamboni over there before you even heard of it. But these two kids, one was on my freshman football team. The other, Frank, was a senior. He was on the varsity football team. And they had a daughter in between there, but they could all skate because they were Canadians that had they'd come to America from Canada and they knew everything ice. I mean, that poor little guy that was on my football team he was terrible in football. And then he had a birthday party and we all watched him skate. We are not like ninth graders, and man, that guy's just zipping around that place. But I remember that was like maybe the first time I was ever on ice, like ninth grade. And I got on the ice and I fell and I hit the side of my cheek. And I saw stars, man. That
Oof.
ice is so freaking hard. At
Yeah. And injuries in the cold just compound. So,
least you don't swell much.
yeah, that is, I guess, the one benefit. But I remember a cold soccer game where someone threw a ball to me and I like tried to trap it. I don't know, it hit me and I was just like, oh, that was awful.
The ball was a rock.
Yeah, it was like a rock and it was so it hurt and it was cold. So it was just like the effect like I was like I was like shivering.
Well, we finally segued to the beautiful game of curling and the rock. I had no idea there was a controversy because I've been out of, kind of pocket for 6 days. But
Yeah,
I read
I
about
don't
it.
know a whole lot, but what I have read is like I guess it's Canada, right?
It's Canada, and the guy
Which
holds
is
on to the rock past the blue line. You're supposed to let go before the blue line, and evidently the Swedes were calling fouls, saying, "How come you're letting that guy hold it an extra 4 inches or whatever?" And they lost to the Canadians. And I saw an official that was interrogated, and he said, "We weren't watching that. We didn't see it. We'd have called it if we'd have saw it, but we didn't see it."
I heard that the guy who got called out for the finger thing, he said that the cameras were premeditated to catch him doing this or something like that. Like, whatever, dude. I don't know. All I can say is this is a huge bad look for Canada because, I mean, I feel like I feel like the world looks on them very positively, kind of like gives them the benefit of the doubt for the most part. Canadians can almost do no wrong, I feel like.
But I think in
The only
sports,
thing they get in trouble for is being too nice.
when
And
you're
so
the
it's like,
pioneer,
see, even you guys, we're all, we're all imperfect. We can all make mistakes.
but when you're the pioneer in something and you find an edge and it goes undetected for 10 years, I think personally that's awesome. It's like when Belichick got caught for sending spies over other teams' practices, I thought, these guys are going, this is outrageous. How can the Patriots do this? But I was thinking, we did the same thing in high school football. We did
So,
it all the time.
so then you think it's makes sense that he got snubbed.
Um, I think it makes sense that he got snubbed because I think it's pretty clear now that the reason why the Pats were so good was a combination of the owner and the quarterback. I don't think Bill was probably much more than a really good defensive coordinator, not really a head coach. And there's a lot of people that didn't get credit, maybe. I think everybody's now starting to think he maybe wasn't as good as we thought he was. Maybe it was Brady.
Maybe it was Brady. Honestly, like, yeah, but he still made some play calls over the years. I'm sure like some of those decisions were all his. And but you're right, the guy who has to execute it is Brady at the end of the day. And so yeah, I think if I had to choose, if I'm building a team and I could only choose one, I'm picking Brady.
But the coach was involved in battlefield warfare strategy. I mean, he was picking up on little anecdotal things that nobody else picked up on. And that's how he's beaten teams, which I find it really clever. I mean, I played for a football coach that did the same thing. Did, 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 did the same thing. And he'd say, okay, we had our guys go over and watch their practice Tuesday night. And this is what I think they're preparing for us. I mean, they would just, this is what we're going to do. And, it mostly worked. So,
Well, everyone knows that before Brady came on the scene, the Patriots were pretty ass.
yeah.
So that's kind of like the biggest like indicator right there. You get Brady, suddenly we have success. You could argue that maybe Bill was making the right calls then, but didn't have the players that were able to execute the plan. You could argue that, but
Yeah, but you could also argue that the owner gave the general manager carte blanche to go get the right players, and they got them. So I think the owner should be in the Hall of Fame. I think Brady obviously in the Hall of Fame, but I don't mind seeing Belichick. Maybe have to squirm for 3 or 4 years before he gets in. I think it's funny.
hey, and we can't talk about the great Robert Kraft without talking about the island Asian med massage spa
Yeah,
that he got caught in.
yeah, but I mean, he's a little old man and he's on vacation, and his wife won't give him any love. I mean, he gets a little happy ending, a little handshake, happy ending. What's
Hey
so wrong?
man, what's
What's
so
so
wrong?
what's
Well,
so wrong about that?
if this is a great segue
For what?
into billionaires being bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's billionaires are above the law. And you know what's
That's
so fun?
that's what's is being discovered. It's billionaires are doing whatever they want, and it's not just obviously you have Epstein, but now you have their own little Epstein issue in the NBA with Ballmer. This Kawhi thing, Pablo Torre just ripped the lid off this. It's
We
bigger
know I want to come back
than
to the
we.
clips. I want to come back to the clips, but before you do that,
This combo's getting too hot.
let's not forget for a second that oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. Okay, well we can go to the Clippers, but I think it's funny that I remember what it
There's a
was.
lot to
So
get into.
your knuckleheaded hero Bernie Sanders is in
It's
California.
not my.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, he's the one the Democrats should have chose, and
but he's
they
the
gave it to
guy.
Hillary, and they screwed it all up.
He was the guy that was bitching about the billionaires about 10 years ago, how they fly commercial. They don't fly commercial, they fly private, and their little, pocket rocket airplanes and jets use so much jack, right? So much fuel. And Ernie has been flying private on for about at least like all his whole career. He came out here to California private again. So he is a big talker on the environmental, but he's just like him, man. He's a kept man, Bernie. Don't kid
You
yourself.
know, I hate these environmentalists. I mean, I like the environment, but I hate these environmentalists. And I want to talk about the ticket I got this morning because I come home and there's nowhere to park. Zero places to park in my neighborhood. But they decided we're going to put two electric only spots where people with electric cars can charge, but only they're allowed to park there. But they're never full because not that many people have those cars. And they're like really strong. They're really bullying us into getting, electric vehicles. It's like, but I'm not going to get one right now. And
Yeah.
it's messed up. I'm going to fight this ticket. I come
Well,
home, I should be able to park. Just because I don't have an electric car, I don't get to park there. So I have to buy it. Like, what the? It just seems messed up.
I don't think you can win that one, but
I'm still going to
um,
fight it.
I'm sure the ticket. Well, good luck. I wish you luck, but it's really dumb because all along people should have been shouting for the hybrid. The hybrid is the way to go. It's the way to go. It's the way to go. It's the way to go. I mean, it's always been the hybrid. We're 30 years away from EVs. I mean, Rivian is about to go under again for I think the second or third time. Without government assistance, they can't make it. It just we're not there yet. We can't make the electricity. We make the cars costing $90,000. I mean, come on, it's ridiculous.
I know. That is the one thing China does extremely well, apparently. So maybe I know we're pretty much anti-China. We're trying to kick them out of this side of the globe, kick them out of South America. But maybe we can cut a deal and figure out get some of that car technology because that is one thing that they do apparently very well. Ford did
But
like a test run with their shit, and they was like,
I
"Damn."
don't think the technology on a car is we can't transfer sunlight into electricity and hold it. That's our problem. We don't have enough electricity in this country.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that there isn't an invention to do that. And the auto manufacturers are like, hey, let's not talk about that.
Well, I will
Honestly,
tell you this, Ted.
with everything going on in the world and so many secrets that are getting exposed, I've heard a stupid little conspiracy on the internet that the hydrogen car has been around for a while, but we're just
oh,
like, we're
but
gonna let you guys use that.
when
We
I
got
was in
oil. We got
college,
a
Ted,
whole infrastructure set up for this oil bit bullshit and this electric grid shit. You're gonna use that. You're not
Ted,
using water.
when I was in college, I got picked on it.
Get
On my
better. Your mic sucks. I can't hear you.
oh, can
There
you
we
hear me
go.
now?
Yeah.
In my third year of college, I got picked in a finance class to be on a 12-person team, and we were in a 17 university challenge by General Motors, and they were asking the question, "What will the fuel be in 25 years?" And this is 1979, and
Can I?
I was
Is this when your guy at 76 did all those calculations and did
no,
every
no, no,
version?
no, no, no. This is before, way before that. I'm in college and I'm trying to decide,
Oh yeah, yeah,
who
sorry.
should I go interview with when I graduate?
Mm.
And I decided because my part of the research determined that every time some backyard scientist came up with a discovery, an energy company, be it oil, electric, whatever, all the power generators, they were buying up all of these things because they wanted to make sure they bought all the patents because they wanted to make sure they had sold everything they had in reserve, like oil companies that sell all your reserves before you let some of these patents actually get into the real world. So it is actually true what you just said. People came up with discoveries, oil companies, Southern California Edison, PG&E, people like that bought the patents, made the little guy in his backyard a gazillionaire, told him to shut up, took the technology and put it in the vault. And so that is very possibly true what you're saying. And it's the reason why I went and interviewed with oil companies because I thought, at the end of my career, maybe I'll get a bite out of that apple.
Yeah,
Now, it never
makes
happened
sense.
because but yes, that dude happened right here where I live today in our Brea Technology Center.
Hmm.
He built all the mathematics for the clean air fuel in California that we're burning today, which, by the way, I was proud to say I got to fill up in Arizona twice on gas that was like $3.13, not $5. So,
Well, gas has been cheap here. I remember I sent you a picture
yeah.
like a month ago or so, and gas was under $4 here. It wasn't 3.19, but it was under four.
Well, that just happened because of the our
That's
friends
like
in Venezuela.
the immediate, which is like, wow, I've never seen in my lifetime, I've never seen our country do something and the results are like immediate. That was kind of wild. It was like
Well,
that
you got a different.
instantaneous. I didn't know we could. Don't don't praise him too much because
No,
I
I
don't know
know.
how
You
I
just
feel about this guy. Like, and I'm torn about. I'm. It's a,
well, I
at the
mean,
time of
look,
the election, I was like, is Kamala really gonna put the boot to Putin? Are the Democrats really gonna be hard in on the international stage? And I just didn't think they could do it, and I didn't think they did a good job before. So it's like, why should we reward bad quality? I don't think we should reward bad quality.
I can't tell you how many people, particularly women, right after Trump smashed what's her face the first time,
Hillary, Hill
Hillary.
dog.
Yeah, and
Well,
like
it's because
she said,
Hillary's unlikable, and that's
you
something
better
like,
tell me, was it was like you better not say that you voted for Trump. And I said, no, I didn't vote for Trump. I voted against Hillary. And ever since she left those guys in some, wherever it was, part of the world in a war and didn't do anything over the weekend, they all got slaughtered. I just went to when she was Secretary of State. It's like she can't be the president. She don't care about people. She's an odd person, man.
yeah. See,
So
now that is something I would definitely get behind. I don't think she cares about people. I think
she
it's
don't care
just
about people.
she just wants the throne. And I think there's a lot of people in politics that, especially on the Democratic side, that They pretend they wear the guise of, oh, we're here for the little guy, but they're really just in it for themselves. And, and that's why the Democrats are fighting. There's so much fighting amongst them because
Yeah.
there's a few that are all about the liberal and giving back, but there's quite a few whose I think job is to keep them from going full liberal. They're the ones who are the moderate Democrats, the ones who are more Republican or actually really conservative under the hood. I don't have any real names for you, like,
Well, I mean,
but I
we
think
can't
they're the ones
afford.
that keeping the party from aligning.
Yeah, the problem is we can't afford liberalism. I mean, liberalism, I mean, if you look up the word liberal and you use it in a sentence and it says, basically, I put a liberal amount of salt on my steak, it means too much.
I hear
That's
you.
what it means.
I hear you. It's too much, but that said, and but here's the thing, we don't even really know what could be distributed because there's no transparency in this government. We don't know.
There's some transparency. I wouldn't say none, but I mean,
And there's also
let's
we're lost in the sauce. Like I hear like right now there's the bill to get passed that's hung up right now is, you need an ID to vote, which I think most people are like, I'm fine with that. That makes sense. That's great. But
No,
apparently
most
there's
people are, wait a minute, you can vote without an ID? I can't believe it. That's where people are. They're all the way over. Wait a minute, all this time you've been letting people without an ID, non-Americans vote? It makes no sense that a non-American could vote, right?
Man, I wish I was more in the know because what I understand is okay. So, but I'm like that makes sense. I don't want people that aren't like from here or not citizens like changing the
Yeah.
because
What are
that's
you
the issue
doing?
is like because but I mean we already are a country that's very divided and that's how it's kind of meant to be by design. Where it's very hard for us to all be on the same page, and that's why I think you have things like 9/11 are like happen in the world. It's like, oh, let's let this happen, and then we can all be on board with an invasion of the Middle East. And I think that is what a lot of somehow we get manipulated into all being on board with something, and that's how you get America to like make big moves. And oh, it's so hard to talk about this without like real examples other than like 9/11, which is still considered a conspiracy. But let me remind you, the big one about a crazy sex trafficking ring was just discovered. So anything's possible now.
Yeah, it's but it does like sex trafficking. It starts to galvanize you. So to me, it should galvanize you against,
Your mic that's
illegal
not a good
immigration.
spot. It's not a good spot to talk. Your mic isn't getting picked up.
So I'm saying it galvanizes us like where I think we're going to get eventually on illegal immigration because that just contributes to people trying to sneak into the world, into the United States, and then they get trafficked to guys like Epstein or worse. They get trafficked to Russia. They get trafficked to all the crazy places in this
Some of
world.
the scary associations I've read about that are being found in the Epstein files. The owner of Chuck E. Cheese just stepped down.
Yeah, good.
A
I mean,
kids a kids a business that deals with kids and an even worse one, a major company that deals with school photos. That the CEO of that company has also been found in the Epstein papers. How terrifying is that?
well,
So they have catalogs of children that they're probably passing along, it seems.
I don't
Ooh, I
think
want
you've
that
read,
one.
I don't think you've read my Substack yet.
I haven't because I don't have a link. Can you put the link in the document?
I will happily do that. I think I already did, but that's okay.
I'm gonna go look right now so I can find it. And because I was looking for it to put in the last YouTube episode, but I was like, I don't know where it is, and I'm gonna ask him when we do this again. So here I am.
It's there.
I'm gonna look for it.
It's at the top of page. What page is this? I think it's at the top of page two.
It doesn't. Super
I'm looking at,
Bowl.
wait, top of page three.
Oh,
Yeah, top of page three.
okay, thank you. Okay. This I can work with this. Boom.
No, you're on the wrong one. The one above it, Epstein. Yeah,
Oh. Oh, nice picture.
you're looking at it.
Yeah. It's like, is that AI art?
Dude, I do nothing but my own art, Holmes.
No, you don't. You were asking for it, or did you Google search it? I
I
don't,
usually I grab them from Google Images. That way I don't have to pay for them.
honestly, this is a perfect photo for this article. It's very professional. I'm proud of you.
Oh, you should go back and see my own, man. I get rave reviews on this one. People love it. Come on, dude. We're not paying you
Read. I know. I
to
just wanted to go through real quick.
but I'll try to fill the void with the Clippers while you're gone because I really don't think, you kind of called Ballmer out. I think Ballmer's a good guy. I just think that
I'm sure he's
Kawhi
a
Leonard
fine person, but
Kawhi Leonard had him by the gonads. And you know how you can tell they just got rid of Harden and they got rid of another player. What was the other guy's name? And now they're clearing cap space because they know they're going to get in trouble and they know they couldn't afford these other guys. Leonard's going to get his full salary within the Clippers organization. And that's why they had to fire, basically trade those other guys away because they don't have the cap space for what Kawhi wanted.
yeah, and
And they
so
promised.
and they to stay within the salary cap, they said we're only going to give you this because that's all we can technically give you. So we're
Right.
going to have a bunch of LLCs made. Uncle Dennis is a mastermind, apparently.
you know,
Who is this guy?
all these
Does he have
guys,
business school, dude?
all these guys,
Where
you
did
know
he
what?
learn this bullshit?
But Ballmer just goes, get it done, man, and don't tell me how you did it. He just needs the reality is Kawhi Leonard's not a good guy. And he's a lazy guy
I'm not
and
gonna,
he's
don't
hurt.
say he's not a good guy. Um, I won't go so far as that. He's definitely not a role model, but he's not trying to be either.
Yeah,
And
but he also just got two guys knocked off the team, and now he has to hold everything up. And they're doing well. He's really good.
he should be. They're paying him. We don't even know what his real salary is because of all this.
Well, I take it back to the NBA. They got the salary cap ridiculous. Let the Clippers be the evil empire like the Dodgers. I don't care.
Yeah, but the Dodgers are doing it legally.
Well,
These guys are going.
they're
They're.
doing it with they're doing it with players that are righteous. And they're actually going to people like Freddie. Freddie said basically, I'll take deferred payment until, whenever. So they're getting big contracts, but the Dodgers aren't paying for them now. They're going to pay for them later when the guy's not even on the team, and the Dodgers don't care.
Yeah,
And
because
it's legal.
we're just such a good ball club. Our
Yeah.
jersey sales are crazy. Our merch is crazy, you know, but all things that rise must fall. So I
Our
wonder if there
television.
will become a day when the Dodgers become like Taylor Swift is like, we're tired of her.
Who? Wait a minute. Who?
I think people are just tired of Taylor Swift.
What's her name? Who is she?
Taylor, who is Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift. She didn't pass my sniff trip. The first time I heard it, I said, "Oh, that sounds like a 14-year-old writing music in her bathroom."
Because she was. So that's not wrong. But she's now, obviously a major success, huge billionaire.
But
Um,
right place, right time is means a lot.
for sure. And I just think like I just feel like people are kind of like tired of her a little bit.
Lincoln, go chase a mouse.
He can't hear you. 'Cause I have the headphones in. Yeah, it's a good place to sit, buddy.
He's
Um,
perched.
he's perched. Um, yeah, there's so much going on. Honestly, like we didn't even like
The
let's
Clippers are so guilty, Ted, and they already know it that they had to abandon two players because they know the NBA is coming for them, and they're going to either have to make room to pay his salary right now, which they did. They cleared cap space, or they'd have to get let him go. They did what they did. They did it.
I
They
don't know.
tried to get away with it.
I just don't think Adam Silver is going to do anything. I think they're going to get away with it, and I think you're going to see this just if anything, it just exposed the playbook, and you're just going to see it more.
But
Because why would they
it
stop?
exposed Silver. It also exposed Adam because he's weak. He's weak. He knows his job. He's hired by the owners and he plays for them.
Yeah. So, and conclusions I can make from this. I just think basketball is a little overrated. I feel
Uh,
like it's just, but I agree, there are too many games. I feel like I do feel like the players, they're tired. They don't want to play in all these games. So there's, I think it's like kind of, it, it's working itself out. The players are kind of not playing that as many games. I've heard about one kid who went to two Laker games this season, didn't see Luca in any of them.
Man, the
Which is
world's a
crazy.
gamble. The world's a gamble. I don't care about it. Honestly, here's the truth. Okay, I can watch any day I want an NBA game. Prove it to you tonight. I can watch the first 6 to 8 minutes of the game and tell you which team needs to win this game. The coach basically before the game, guys, we need to win tonight. Okay. We're losing too much ground in the standings. We need to win tonight. You can see it. They come out to play in that first 8 minutes, and that team needs to win that game tonight. They're going to win. And you don't have to watch the end. You can look at the score the next day and go, yep, they won by 18.
I'm not gonna say it's not like it's not fun to watch, that there aren't good entertaining games to watch during the regular season. But to me, they just don't mean enough for to get my interest. And
Not at all.
if superstars aren't playing, then that's boring. And also, people get just hurt very easily in basketball, which sucks. So easy to get hurt.
I think the only thing cool about basketball right now is the team from who's the real good team that won last year? That team's going to keep winning for a while if they don't get hurt.
Wasn't
Um,
it Boston?
OKC.
Oh yeah, damn.
OKC. OKC is really loaded, and they
Yeah, OKC is good. They're probably gonna win again.
and then Cooper Flag is fun to watch, and that's about it for me. Flag's going to be good. He's he's
He is good, but that team apparently is tanking because Kyrie is out for the season to rehab.
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know about that Nico Harris trade. I don't know about anything. I don't know how
They're
people get picked to do what they do sometimes, but whatever.
Well, that the coach on that team got, or the general manager on Dallas got fired. He was playing games. He was definitely playing games.
Who knows? I would be surprised if there was some like some collusion there.
Hey, he
Like
was he was
like
promised shit by the Lakers, and I guarantee you that they were so happy to make the deal with Getty at that point in time because now they can say, "Sorry, we don't own it anymore," and
hmm.
Getty's not going to do it. They're professional. You know, they're professional. They run the Dodgers like a freaking machine.
Wait, who's the Getty? You mean the Guggenheim?
Yeah, that's Getty money, man. That's Getty oil.
I guess.
That's
Well,
what it is. It's Getty Oil, Guggenheim. Don't kid yourself. And they own now the Lakers and the Dodgers.
do they really? I didn't know they owned the
Oh,
Lakers too.
oh yeah, they own Lakers.
Well,
They made the deal right at the
they're
point where the guy that was promised to the Lakers to go over that, he made the trade for Doncic, but they said there'll be a soft place to land over here in LA. And
yeah,
then
that's like that seems to be like hey, if you guys give us Luca, we'll guarantee you flag, and that's a lot of people do speculate about that on Reddit. So
Well,
it's like, all right, well, I can see that.
oh, that's pretty much how it went down. And I don't really care. I really don't care. It's not, but I don't
I guess
watch
I
the
don't care.
NBA anymore. I don't
Oh,
watch the NBA. Every once in a while, I'll watch the first quarter.
woo, the playoffs are fun as
The
long as no one
playoffs
gets
get
hurt.
serious,
But yeah,
but but the damn Oklahoma City is too long, too young, too good. I don't see how anybody can beat them.
yeah. And if I was a defender, I would be definitely very frustrated against SGH because, like, and that's the thing that made me mad about basketball when I was a lot younger. It's like you can't do anything. You touch a guy and it's foul, foul, foul. It's a
On the old
contact
days, baby.
sport, but it's like the
On
contact
the
has to
old
be
days.
just so. And honestly,
Once upon
it's kind of like, it's the same thing like football players. Like you can't touch the quarterback. And it's just
yeah,
like, well, then just give them flags.
once
Just
upon a
give them
time,
flags already.
once upon a time, there was the Detroit Pistons, and it used to be fun to watch them rough people up.
Now, honestly, I was looking at some old footage of football and it's scary. These guys
Yeah,
catch the ball, they're getting mid-flight just
assassinated.
so yeah, that's the CTE era. And it's a good thing that we're not allowing that anymore. Because
Yeah.
then you get some Doug Martins and then that sucks.
No, I kind of like most of the football rules. I still think there's a little bit of collusion on with referees at times, but for the most part, the best team wins in football.
If there's anything that I'm gaining from the Epstein files, there's collusion
Yeah.
of the highest order in every institution. And that's what they're saying this whole Epstein bullshit might go. It might all just be Israel trying to strong arm its way in the Middle East. They're saying that this has the makings of like maybe that like Epstein's involved with the Palestinian state like getting destroyed. It could be
Well,
that deep.
I think you're giving him way too much credit, but I just think he was a bad guy. I mean, once you get sideways in your mind, there's a lot of things that you
You
can
you
rationalize.
say that because you're not doing the research. I want you to look up.
Dude, I did the research. Look, read my article. I know
Uh,
exactly who that dude is.
there's so much more. There's so much more.
The basics are in my article.
Okay, but well, today is the day that Les Wexner is supposed to be deposed. So let's see what happens.
But he only knows about himself.
Well, he's gonna play I'm old and don't remember shit, which
No, I don't think
might
he's going to
work.
play that. I think that he look, give Epstein a little bit more credit. He was a pretty sharp guy. He compartmentalized these guys. You don't see a lot of sharing about this guy or that guy, except to say when he said, "Hello, I'm so and so, I'm Jeffrey, and such and such suggested I give you a call." That's how he did his bidding, but he didn't say what his business was with the other guy. It was just a soft handshake, a warm introduction is how Epstein went from, pedophile to pedophile.
Well, that is the mystery, is how did he go from just being like a professor to working with some of the biggest players in the world?
He got some CIA background. He has some training.
Yeah, he might be they say he could be a joint Mossad CIA guy.
He
And
could have been an operative.
Les is saying that Epstein conned him too. But yeah, you're right.
Well,
You read
everybody's
these
going to
emails and you're like, okay, dude, you guys
no
love it. You guys are like
everybody's
besties.
gonna they're all gonna blame the dead. I mean, that's easy. It's easy,
And people say
And
if you blame the dead, you're guilty.
Maxine, she's not getting a pardon. If Trump pardoned her, all hell would break loose. You've got to hold her, in fact, for her own health, safety, welfare. You can't let her out of prison. She got to stay there.
All right, well, I
We
have
got
to
to
get
go.
I
Well,
got it ready, so I'm gonna leave you with this thing in the document at the bottom. It's called Jmail,
okay.
like Gmail, but it's basically just all of Jeffrey's emails, and it looks like
Um,
you're in his Gmail account.
I, I'm really done with this putrid,
You know,
terrible human being.
you say that, but if this was, if my sister was involved with this, if anyone in my family was involved with this, I wouldn't rest. So I don't, I'm not going to dismiss it. This
Well,
is horrible shit.
well, don't forget, finish my article. You'll get a good kick out of
You're right. I got it here now. No excuses. And I'll put it in this episode. The last one's live. I don't know. Did you see it?
it. I haven't. I don't not now. Don't worry about it. But maybe if you get a chance later today, just tell me where I can go to find the shit. Okay.
I'll send you the link right now.
All right. You better get off to work, Holmes. Get moving.
Yeah, it's crazy, and the rain has just started, unfortunately. So,
I got to go too.
all right.
See
Well,
you
it's
later,
this has
bro.
been another fine chit chat. I'll talk to you later. Love you.
Love you, son. Bye bye.